I'd like to invite one of your own to say a few words about National History Day here in California. And before I do that, I want to recognize David Behring and Mrs. Patricia Behring. They've come down from Danville to support History Day. They've been the greatest supporters National History Day has ever had, and has made it possible for us to do so many new things and support so many teachers. And so I'd like David, yes. So I'll ask David to say a few things.
Well, thanks, Kathy. I don't think you could find a better leader than Kathy. We've enjoyed working with her very much over the last couple of years. The History Channel, as you know, is a huge supporter of National History Day. My family got involved with the Smithsonian back in Washington, and through the History Channel and some other people, we got to know Kathy and National History Day. So the last couple of years, my mom and I and my father have had the opportunity to go to the state competition in California, and then also the national competition back in Washington. And it's one of the most incredible things to see, especially back in Washington. You talk to the kids, you see the enthusiasm, the passion, you talk to the parents, the teachers, and it's infectious. You get involved and you see the impact that it has. We talked to kids from Alaska that had been doing it for 4 or 5 years. We would see some families where 5 siblings had gotten involved in National History Day. And in the judging, one thing that stood out as I look at this B-25 over here is we had 4 young 8th grade boys, all dressed as Jimmy Doolittle and his pilots. They had the big maps, and they took 10 minutes and they reenacted the Doolittle raid, just like you saw these boys do up here. So you get the live performances. I saw documentaries last year where you see these budding Ken Burns kids, and they put together these amazing documentaries. And every young boy or girl we talked to was so passionate and enthusiastic about history. And everyone said it got them interested in so many things in addition to history, as Kathy said, math and science. And I encourage all of you, if you haven't gone to a state competition, this year it's up in our area, San Jose, but to go and just watch what happens with these kids. It's transformational. And this year we're going to have a special opportunity back at the Smithsonian. We're going to shut the entire museum down for one night, and all of the boys and girls that are the finalists, along with their parents and their teachers, will take over the Smithsonian that night. So it'll be a night at the Smithsonian, but for American history. So they're going to be able to look at all these great objects, interact in one of the greatest museums in the world. And the other thing is we're going to have, I think, 50 kids display their exhibits on one of the main floors of the Smithsonian. Last year we had 24, and I think they're going to double it this year. And again, you watch the pride that these kids take. All these people from across the world are coming by looking at their exhibit. It might be on cancer, artificial hearts, a variety of subjects. But again, the only thing I want to convey is how much of an impact this program has. So do your best to support it. My mother started a program last year to award the teachers. My mother and father have always had a great passion and support for teachers that goes back about 40 years. And they said, you know, teachers never get enough recognition. So now every state will have teacher awards for the top history teachers in the state that participate in National History Day, and then they'll also be at a national level. So again, General Lyon, this is a fantastic museum. I enjoy World War II history, and it really does come alive. So thank you.